So you've done it. You've written your first line of Python. Print, hello world. And then, nothing. Just a blinking cursor on a blank screen. If you've ever felt that now what moment, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're building your first real interactive Python program from the ground up.
Yeah, that feeling is super common. You print hello world to the screen and it's a huge milestone, but it immediately leaves you hanging. How do you go from just one single command to an actual project that does something? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle right now. We are going to turn that one little step into a legit functional Python script that you can talk to and that talks back. Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll get your environment set up, your digital workshop. Then, we'll look at the two main ways to write Python code. After that, we'll build out our first real project structure, make it interactive by building a little chatbot, and then we'll wrap up by looking at where this journey can take you next. All right, section 1, setting up your environment. Look, before any artist can paint, they need a studio, right? A canvas, brushes. For us coders, it's the same thing. We need a solid digital workshop. And trust me, getting this part right from the very beginning is going to save you so many headaches later on. It's a game changer. And you know what? It's actually pretty simple. First, you're going to head over to python.org and grab the latest version of Python 3. Easy enough. Step 2, we're going to install a fantastic and totally free code editor called Visual Studio Code. Once you've got that installed, you just pop it open, find the little extensions icon, type in Python, and install the official one made by Microsoft. That's pretty much it. Okay, now listen up because this is the most important part, especially if you're on a Windows machine. During the Python installation, you're going to see this little checkbox. It says Add Python to Path. It seems so small, so insignificant, but it is absolutely crucial. Please make sure you check that box. It's one tiny click that makes a world of difference. So why are we making such a big deal about this one checkbox? Well, adding Python to your path is kind of like telling your computer's GPS where Python lives. It means that no matter what folder you're in, when you open up a terminal and type Python, your computer knows exactly what you mean and where to find it. It just makes everything work smoothly. Okay, our workshop is set up. Now let's talk about the tools. There are basically two different ways you'll be writing and running Python code, and it's all about picking the right tool for the job at hand. So on one side, we have what's called interactive mode, or a REPL. I want you to think of this as your coding scratchpad. It's perfect for trying something out real quick, seeing if a line of code works. On the other side, we have script mode. This is where you're building an actual application. You write all your code in a .py file, save it, and then run the whole thing at once. Now, for the chatbot we're about to gun, we're definitely going to be using script mode. Why? Because we want to create something we can save, come back to, and run over and over. But don't forget about interactive mode. It's your best friend when you just want to quickly test a single idea without creating a whole file. All right, theory's done. Time to get our hands dirty. We're officially moving beyond Hello World and setting up a proper home for our very first project. This is where we start building good professional habits. And the process is simple, but it's really powerful. First, just create a new folder somewhere on your computer, call it My Chatbot or whatever you like. Then, and this is a key step, open that entire folder in VS Code. That makes it your official workspace. Inside that workspace, create a new file and name it chatbot.py. Finally, we're going to do one thing that the pros do. Create a virtual environment to keep everything tidy. So what on earth is a virtual environment? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a personal, isolated sandbox just for this one project. Any special tools or packages you install for your chatbot, they live inside the sandbox. This means they won't interfere or conflict with any other Python projects you build later. It's a pro-level habit that saves you from a world of hurt. Okay, here we go. This is the fun part. We've done the setup, we've learned the theory. Now let's put it all together and actually build something. We're going to create a simple, interactive chatbot from scratch. So what's our mission here? We want to build a program that doesn't just run once and then quit. The goal is to create something that stays running, that actually waits for you to say something, and, this is the cool part, remembers the whole conversation by saving it to a file. To pull this off, we need a few key tools from our Python toolbox. The first and most important one is the while loop. By writing while true, we're basically telling our program, hey, I want you to run the code inside this loop forever. Just keep going until I give you a specific command to stop.
This is the engine that keeps our chatbot alive and listening. Okay, so our program is running forever. But how do we talk to it? That's where tool number 2 comes in, the input function. This little command is like hitting the pause button on our script. It just sits there, patiently waiting for you, the user, to type something and press enter. It's how we get our side of the conversation into the program. But just getting input isn't enough, right? The program needs to be able to do something with what we type. That's where our third tool comes in, if, elif, and else statements. These are decision-making tools. They let our program look at the input and say, okay, if the user said this, I'll do that. If they said something else, I'll do this instead. It's what gives our chatbot a bit of a brain. And for our final trick, we need to give our chatbot a memory. We'll use file handling for that. The with open statement is the safest way to open a file to read or write. And that little A you see is super important. It stands for append. That means every time we write to the file, it adds our new text to the end, creating a running log of our chat instead of just erasing what was there before. And here it is. This is how all those pieces snap together. See? First, we open our chatlog.txt file. Then, our while true loop kicks off, starting that endless cycle. Inside, we use input to grab whatever the user types. The very next line writes that input directly into our log file. And finally, we have our if statement, our decision maker. It checks if the user typed quit. If so, the break command kicks in and shuts down the loop. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. So how do you bring this thing to life? Just save that file, open the built-in terminal right inside VS Code, and type that one simple command, Python chatbot.py. Hit enter, and boom, you are now having a live conversation with a program you wrote yourself. Okay, let's just pause for a second and really think about what we just accomplished. This was way more than just building a little chatbot. What you've actually done is master the fundamental workflow that developers use every single day. I mean, seriously, look at this list. You didn't just write code. You set up a professional coding environment from scratch. You learned how to organize a project properly with a virtual environment. That's a huge deal. And you use the absolute core building blocks of programming. Loops to create a persistent program, user inputs make it interactive, conditionals to give it a brain, and file handling to give it a memory. These skills are the foundation for, well, pretty much everything. So you've gone from that blinking cursor after Hello World to a dynamic, interactive script that saves data. You have the fundamental building blocks now. You have the tools. So the real question isn't what's next, it's what problem are you going to solve first?